Meet Aitana López. She has pink hair, a perfect body, nearly 300,000 followers, and pulls in over $11,000 a month modeling for top brands. She never sleeps, she never complains, and she never ages. Why? Because she doesn't exist. While you are burning out working overtime, battling body dysmorphia, and trying to build a genuine connection online, corporations are quietly replacing humans with obedient pixels. This isn't just a technological marvel. It is the ultimate fake it till you make it scam. We are witnessing the birth of a billion-dollar industry designed to monetize your loneliness and sell you products touched by hands that aren't even real. But this digital invasion didn't happen overnight. To understand how we reached the point where code is more valuable than a human soul, we have to look back at the exact moment the influencer dream began to rot. Let's dial the clock back to the early 2010s. This was the wild west of the internet, but history remembers it as the golden age of the creator economy. For the first time in human history, the iron gates of Hollywood and Madison Avenue were smashed open. You didn't need a casting director's permission or a multi-million-dollar budget to be heard. You just needed a webcam and a personality. We witnessed a massive cultural shift. The polished, untouchable celebrities on magazine covers began to lose their grip. In their place rose the relatable star. We traded scripted sitcoms for raw vlogs. We stopped trusting TV commercials and started trusting the girl in her bedroom reviewing mascara or the gamer screaming at his monitor. The currency of this new economy was trust. Data from this era confirmed a startling trend. Teenagers and young adults trusted YouTubers more than movie stars. Why? Because they felt real. They had flaws, they had bad days, and they spoke directly to us. It was the ultimate democratization of fame. The promise was intoxicating. Meritocracy. If you were genuine, if you provided value, you could build a career from nothing. Brands poured billions into this ecosystem because they were desperate to tap into that authentic connection. They weren't just buying ad space, they were buying the friendship you had built with your audience. The influencer was born not as a salesperson, but as a digital best friend. It seemed like a win-win. Creators got paid to be themselves, and audiences got content that didn't feel like corporate propaganda. But there was a problem that the spreadsheets in Silicon Valley couldn't calculate. Humans are messy. Humans get tired. Humans demand unions and higher pay. And most terrifyingly for advertisers, humans are unpredictable. A real person can get canceled, have a mental breakdown, or say something controversial that tanks a stock price overnight. Corporate America realized that authenticity was a dangerous liability. They didn't want people. They wanted billboards that could talk. And that is when they started funding the technology to assassinate the human element entirely. If the golden age was built on trust, the current era is built on a lie. And like all great lies, it started with a single broken metric: engagement. Sometime around 2016, the algorithm changed. Social media platforms stopped showing you what your friends posted and started showing you what kept you addicted. Suddenly, influence wasn't about connection. It was about scale. And whenever a metric becomes a target, it ceases to be a good measure. This is known as Goodhart's Law, and it is the glitch that broke the internet. To feed this new beast, a shadow industry emerged from the underground. We aren't talking about a few teenagers buying likes anymore. We are talking about industrial-scale fraud. In dimly lit warehouses across Southeast Asia and Eastern Europe, thousands of smartphones are racked up on shelves, wired together in a humming, glowing hive. These are click farms. For a few $100s, you can purchase a digital army. You want 50,000 followers? Done. You want 10,000 comments saying, "OMG, so pretty?" Done. The market for fake fame is now estimated to be worth over $1.3 billion annually. A report by the cybersecurity firm Check revealed that fake influencers cost advertisers $1.3 billion in 2019 alone. Brands are paying for eyeballs that don't exist. They are selling sneakers to bots and makeup to lines of code. But here is where the glitch becomes fatal. The corporations realized that dealing with real humans, even ones with fake followers, was still too inefficient. Real humans age. Real humans get bloated. Real humans have opinions that might offend a target demographic in China or the Middle East. Enter the solution: the AI influencer. Look at Aitana López again. She was created by a Spanish agency, The Clueless, specifically because their real models were too much trouble. Aitana doesn't need a plane ticket to Bali. She can be photoshopped there in seconds. She doesn't need a $5,000 wardrobe. The clothes are rendered. She doesn't need to sleep, eat, or take a mental health break. She is pure, distilled capitalism. And she is winning. These virtual beings are statistically performing better than humans. They have engagement rates nearly 3 times higher than real influencers. Why? Because they are mathematically perfect. Their faces are averages of the most attractive features according to global beauty standards. Their captions are optimized by large language models to trigger maximum dopamine. They are not people. They are algorithm bait. We have reached a point called the dead internet theory. The idea that the majority of internet activity is no longer human to human, but bot to bot. Agencies use AI to create an influencer, use bots to inflate its numbers, and use algorithms to sell it to brands who use AI to target ads back at, mostly bots. It is a closed loop of value destruction, a hollow economy where nothing is real except the money-changing hands. The system is no longer designed for you. You are just the biomass providing the data fuel. The influencer has evolved from a relatable friend into a high-precision weapon designed to extract value from your attention span with ruthless efficiency. But if you think this is just a story about corporate greed and wasted marketing budgets, you are missing the point. The real danger isn't that these AI influencers are fake. The danger is that your brain cannot tell the difference. We have automated the fraud, but we have weaponized the psychology. And the trap they have built for your mind is far worse than any bot farm. To understand why we are falling for this, we have to look at a concept from evolutionary biology called supernormal stimuli. In the 1940s, scientists discovered that if you presented a bird with a fake egg that was larger and more brightly colored than its real egg, the bird would ignore its own offspring and sit on the fake one. The bird's brain was hacked. It was hardwired to prefer the extreme version of reality, even if it was a lie that would kill its genetic line. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the birds. AI influencers are the giant fake egg. They are designed to be a supernormal stimulus. A human model has pores, asymmetrical eyes, and bad hair days. An AI model is mathematically derived to hit the exact ratios of facial symmetry that trigger our attraction circuits. They are not just mimicking beauty, they are hyper-exaggerating it. They are the high-fructose corn syrup of social interaction, sweeter, more addictive, and far more toxic than the natural alternative. This creates a psychological trap known as the comparison casino. When you scroll through Instagram, you are already comparing your messy, behind-the-scenes reality with someone else's highlight reel. That is bad enough. But now, you are comparing your biological reality to a rendering. You are looking in the mirror and hating your skin texture because you have been trained to admire a texture that literally does not exist in the physical universe. It gets darker. We are seeing the rise of the loneliness economy. AI influencers aren't just posting photos, they are offering intimacy. For a monthly subscription, you can chat with AI girlfriends like Corinne AI, which famously generated $70,000 in its first week. These bots reply instantly. They never argue. They stroke your ego perfectly because they have access to your data. They know exactly what you want to hear. This is the fast food of relationships. It tastes good in the moment, but it leaves you spiritually malnourished. By replacing difficult, complex human interactions with smooth, obedient algorithms, we are causing our social muscles to atrophy. We are training a generation of men and women who find real human connection too much work compared to the frictionless experience of an AI. The mechanism is simple. The corporations have realized that loneliness is a business model. If they can make you feel isolated enough, you will pay for a simulation of a friend. If they can make you feel inadequate enough, you will buy the products their perfect avatars are holding. It is a closed loop of insecurity and consumption, powered by the most advanced technology ever created. So here we stand, at the edge of a precipice. We have built a machine that is better at being human than we are. It is cheaper, prettier, and more efficient. This leaves us with a final, brutal question that goes beyond marketing or money. A question that will define the next decade of our existence. So, is there a way out? Or is the future just a sea of deepfakes selling us diet tea? The hard truth is that the influencer economy was a bubble built on the illusion of friendship. AI didn't kill the industry, it just popped the bubble. We spent a decade worshiping perfection on Instagram. Perfect bodies, perfect travels, perfect mornings. Now a computer can generate that perfection instantly for free 24/7. This means perfection is now worthless. The supply of beautiful digital faces is now infinite. And in economics, when supply becomes infinite, value drops to zero. The only asset that holds value in a world of synthetic media is the one thing an AI cannot generate: reality. The scars, the mistakes, the bad lighting, the unedited stutter. We are witnessing the bifurcation of the internet. On one side, a mass-produced algorithmic sludge of AI content designed to sedate you. On the other, a premium, gated community of actual humans craving real connection. The corporations have made their choice. They have chosen the bots because bots are cheaper than you. Now you have to make your choice. You can continue to feed your attention and your money into a machine that simulates love to sell you ads. Or you can wake up. We are leaving the age of the influencer and entering the age of the synthesizer. If you can't tell the difference between a human soul and a line of code, maybe the problem isn't the technology. Maybe the problem is that we stop demanding the difference. The question is no longer, are they real? The question is, does it even matter to you anymore? If you found out tomorrow that your favorite content creator was actually a hyper-realistic AI controlled by a corporation, would you unsubscribe? Or is the entertainment enough? Think about it carefully, because your answer determines the future of human connection. Let me know your verdict in the comments below.